So business analysis, planning and monitoring. We are starting off with the third module, and that is the first knowledge area. Now the actual work is being started off in practical life as well, what your agenda is, that how I will do the work. So this is the actual thing that is for you, your use, that would be coming up.
Okay.
So the agenda is overview of PA planning and monitoring, what it does, what you are doing here. We will be talking about the task, and there are 6 tasks in it. The names are written here. The first one is Plan B approach. The second, conduct stakeholder analysis. Plan B activity. Plan B communication. Plan requirement management process. Manage PA performance. So 6 tasks in it. We will be talking about what these are. Okay. Now, just giving you so the slide talks about overview. So the business analysis, planning and monitoring knowledge area defines the task associated with the planning and monitoring the activity in all other knowledge areas, including identifying stakeholders, defining roles and responsibility of stakeholders in BA work effort, developing estimate for BA task, planning how the BA will communicate with stakeholders, planning how requirement will be approached, traced and prioritized, determining the deliverables that this BA will produce, defining and determining the BA process, determining the matrix that will be used for monitoring BA work. So this is all what we are going to do in this knowledge area. That's what we were talking. Any questions here till now? So in this slide talks about the knowledge area and the overview. If I start in the bottom, the enterprise analysis is written at the first. If you remember, I said that this knowledge area is a pre-project activity where you define business case and business need. That's what I was talking here. Another task is define solution, approach and scope. So this is the pre-project knowledge area. Then you move forward with elicitation, that we say that okay, elicitation starts off. You elicit requirements. In requirement analysis, you prioritize, organize, model and verify and validate the requirement. You go into deeper analysis. You keep communicating the requirements. You keep managing the solution scope, that the scope creep doesn't happen. Then the solution is proposed, developed, pilot testing is done, and BA planning and monitoring is done. If you see the arrow at the above where I'm showing the cursor, it is from the start till the end. So that is how the work goes on with the knowledge area. Any questions?
So it's this slide is not for the business analysis, planning and monitoring knowledge area alone, right? It's for
yes.
Saying
it's for the complete one, understanding the whole scenario. When you are working from like strategic from a pre-project. Now the scenario which you are getting in, that you are getting a project and you are working as a BA, that means the project will be on. You will not be doing the pre-project activity, that is the business case. The business case will be prepared before you come into picture, as you have said to me. So that means enterprise analysis you will not be doing it. You'll be straight away, somebody with the project manager would start off the project and you'll be working as a BA. Am I correct? What situation you have given to me? So that means enterprise analysis for this scenario, you will be not doing it. It will be done by somebody else, like top level management or somebody else. Okay. When the scenario comes in that you start with the business need, you understand, okay, what are your capability of the organization and so on, and you prioritize and then you develop a business case. Then it's an enterprise analysis and you land up into a project and the project is on afterwards.
So, okay, enterprise analysis and business analysis and planning, why is it in the end? Okay, it is in the end not because it is done in the end, it is just a representation. If you see at the top,
The BA planning and monitoring, that is a rectangle in blue, and it is from right from the start till the end, the black arrow. So that means it is planning and monitoring. Monitoring is continuous from the start till the scratch. Okay. So BA planning and monitoring is done on the whole.
Okay.
Any another question?
No.
So there were 6 tasks in this knowledge area. The first one was plan BA approach, conduct stakeholder analysis, plan BA activity, plan BA communication, plan requirement management process, manage BA performance. So 6 tasks inside in it. One by one we will be opening up. Now we are talking with the first one, or we are just starting with the first task of the knowledge area, just to give that momentum that there are 32 tasks in the whole course. This is the first one from that 32 tasks. So plan BA approach, first I will read out. So this task describes how to select an approach for performing BA or business analysis, which stakeholder need to be involved in the decision, who will be consulted regarding and informed of the approach and the rationale for using it. The business analysis approach describes the overall process that will be followed to perform BA work on a given initiative, how and when tasks will be performed, techniques that will be used, as the deliverable that should be produced. So that means I'm deciding the approach, whether it is a plan driven or it's a change driven, whether I will be making the whole plan of action beforehand, what would be my style of working. So you will decide here. Okay, or what is the expectations from the bosses. So this is the first step what you do when you start off with your job. So the responsibility of you as in this task would be, you will assess the complexity of the project, because the higher the complexity, more detailed the approach would be, or more precise that approach will be. The type of solution and the development approach, how it is. What is the formal, decide how formal your business analysis planning needs to be. What are the expectations from the bosses, first of all, or the key stakeholders. Decide on a plan-driven or change-driven approach to a BA or a business analyst. Find out what templates, standard tools are available for the use on this assignment. Now, this is one other thing that you can take on for the project that is coming on, that there must be some BAs working in your organization. So how they are working, what is the format, in which format they are working. Ask if you can take their help, that okay, what is the procedures, what is the format level you are following in the organization. So it would be helping you in a better way to understand, okay, this is the protocols of your organizations, or these are some do's and don'ts. So if such kind of asset is available in your organization, so it would be very good for you to get on with this project, because everybody's style of working is different. So is there any BA working in your organization right now?
Yeah, in Signa there are 2 or 3 BAs from conversations.
And just in case you
They
have
are working in other projects. They are
Okay.
working in other projects.
So just in
This
case
project is yet to start.
yeah, just in case that kind of culture is there, that there is a sharing kind of, because it totally depends upon the culture as well, that they share or not. Okay, because practically these are some scenarios. Okay, or they can share it or not, so that you get a viewpoint. Okay, this is how they have communicated, or like for example, you want to look how this project was monitored as a PA, or what things have been done. So you get an idea of the organization's culture, behavior with respect to the project.
And the mechanism will be the key stakeholders, because they are the one who majorly involves, who's right away involved in the project. That is what I think.
Yeah. So why, Rajesh, I'm asking such kind of practical questions is to just make you prepare. Okay. So that is the only concern. Okay. That why I'm asking you such a practical scenarios that okay, we know the stakeholders, but how to identify key stakeholders? Okay, that is the practical approach which you were telling me. Okay, who will be impacted? Now, if there are 500 people, you would be assessing their power, their influence, their interest in your project, their influence on your project. And this you can only assess by, like, for example, you take a first warm-up session or the deeper analysis of the project in the past previous project. If any similar project is done, you can analyze in that as well, that who were your stakeholders or who were your key stakeholders. So these are some ways, some tricks how you identify the key stakeholders. Now, the reason why I asked you is that because here you are planning your communication level, your frequency, your format. What would be the format? What are the expectations? What would be the formality level? For example, in a report, you can have 2 columns and you can have 10 columns as well. Okay, so what is the format level? What is the expectation level? You have to set that standard as well. That okay, I will be sending that report. You will be deciding that. Like for example, if I want to rate a performance, it can be 10% or 10.33% as well. So what would be the accuracy level? What would be the level of detail, for example? So that you will be deciding here. What is the expectations? Okay. So the person whom you would be reporting, you will be discussing all this with him as well. So that you make a stamping, okay, this is how I will be working and this is what is expected. So that you work in a more professional way. Because it is not good that okay, when you submit a report and then they say, okay, this is not the right format. Please send me in this format. This detailing is not done properly. So it's better you ask them before or you probe them before that what is the expectation. So it will save time, it would be better ending up into quality, morale, and all those stuff. So you are setting up the expectations correct. They can be like 10 or 15 stakeholders. Everybody's expectation is different. So you have to set up a right format or the one common format. It cannot happen that okay, for one report you are giving 10 reports, you're making 10 reports. So you have to set up that expectation. How you set up, it's your call. I'm telling you the different ways. Depending upon your culture and the style of the organization, you just develop it. But yes, this is the reason why this is the task here. Because for one work, you cannot make 10 reports. So you have to make it in a very diplomatic way that you are asking them as well and they are telling you as well. They feel it interested to tell you as well. Or what is the expectations level. Then is your plan requirement management process. That means you will be totally deciding, okay, how I will track your requirements, where it will be stored, who will be accountable if something I want to talk in detail. Suppose 10 team members are allotted to you for the work. You make somebody responsible. How you will find the relationship between the requirements, who will be capturing the requirement attribute, what will be the attributes. Attributes are characteristics like cost, benefit, owner, author, how many people impacted by that requirement, why it should be developed. So what attribute you will capture for everything, what would be the software like format, where it would be stored, will it be accessible to anybody, what would, to whom it would be accessible. So you will decide out here in plan requirement management process. This is what is written here. Any questions here? And finally, the last one, that is your manage VA performance. That means you talk about the matrix. Okay, when I will monitor my work, suppose it is 1 year project. Okay, when I will monitor my work, how I will monitor it? Because I should be ending on time, before time. Because if I'm not ending on time, how can I expect the project to be on time? Okay, so I have to be very timely. So how I will monitor my work? This is for my own, because I have to be self-assessing my work. I'm a BA, so I have a very professional responsibility in terms of the organization. You will not submit this report to anybody when you would track your own work. It is for your own personal assessment. Okay, so how you will track your work? What will be the metrics? Who will be doing that? Will you doing it yourself or you are delegating that responsibility? So this is your for your self assessment, self performance to track, assess, and report the quality of the work. If there is any issues, how you will improve it. That's it. So these were the 6 tasks that is to be done in this knowledge area. That means you have planned enough right now to start your work. So this was your first knowledge area. Any questions?
No, right now, no. I mean, I will be,
Yeah.
I will go through this tonight.
Yeah, but yes.
So I shall try to prepare something related to my project based on this. I shall try to prepare the WBS for that project. I mean, I don't have the requirements and everything, but with some assumptions, I shall try to prepare something.
Yeah.
So I mean, while preparing, definitely I will come
Yes,
across a lot of questions. So.
that would be a more practical approach. That's what I was saying, that okay, after we do this we will do a case study, but if you get the agenda of your project just for as a demo, so that we get more into practical scenario apart from theory as well, so we'll relate it. Okay, when it will go live after 2 months, you will find it very easy. Okay, this is what we have discussed. Now you will do it more